everybody, and welcome to Jordan United Church of Christ with me, your favorite pastor, the Reverend George L. Harting, for whom the Harting Chapel was named in his honor and his wife's honor as well, who was our pastor here until 1982 when he became pastor emeritus, called that outdoor worship area that we use during the summer months our Cathedral in the Trees. We were scheduled for 10 weeks to be out at that chapel. Of the 6 weeks, I think, that we've had so far, I think we were out for 4 and maybe inside our air-conditioned sanctuary for 2 others. There is something, as you're looking up and you see, especially the oak trees and the other hardwood trees, there is something majestic and wonderful, strong and vibrant about that area. I think a lot about branches, and when you're there, our worship and preaching team decided that we're going to use that theme because there's so many places in Scripture where symbolism or metaphors of branches or rootedness or trees and vegetation can be found. And so we decided to do a 4-week series that we are entitling A Righteous Branch and Faithful Vines, Jesus and His Followers. We're going to begin this Sunday, which is August the 13th at 9:30 with that series. I think it's going to be very creative. We'll get a look at different places in the Bible where those images are found and how we have our rootedness in Jesus Christ. One of the 3 readings that we'll be looking at this coming Sunday is from the Hebrew prophet Jeremiah, chapter 33, verses 14 to 16. This is what Jeremiah the prophet said, not Jeremiah the bullfrog. "The days are surely coming, says the Lord, when I will fulfill the promise I made to the house of Israel and the house of Judah. In those days and at that time I will cause a righteous branch to spring up for David, and he will execute justice and righteousness in the land. In those days Judah will be saved, and Jerusalem will live in safety. And this is the name by which it will be called, the Lord is our righteousness." That's where the theme, a righteous branch, comes from, the first half of the theme. And then faithful vines, of course. One of the other Sundays we'll be talking about John chapter 15, where Jesus said, "I am the vine and you are the branches." So again, I hope that you will join us this coming Sunday in this sermon series, which will take us all the way through and including Labor Day Sunday. And then we'll return on September 10th here to our sanctuary, indoor sanctuary, with services at 8 and 10:30. Oh, and by the way, on Monday night, we all had this storm come through our communities, and there were quite a number of those large branches and some trees that actually came down here on our property. One at the Harting Chapel, and another large branch came down in the grove near the pavilion. In both cases, the branches came near our outdoor toilets. And in both cases, the toilets were not damaged. There was actually no structural damage. It left quite a mess, though. A lot of cleanup to be done. Heavy branches to be cleaned up, particularly before we're able to worship there on Sunday. So there are a group of people who are getting together this coming Saturday, which is the 12th of August at 8 a.m. If you can help out, I know they would appreciate your help. Again, Harting Chapel, a large branch there, and some smaller material that has to be cleaned up, and also out at the grove near the pavilion. You can't miss where the trees are. And if you have a chainsaw, that would be great. If you have maybe a small trailer, Rick Paterick and Ann Royer are the contacts, but maybe we'll see you there. Again, have a really good weekend. God bless you, and I'll see you in church.